I hope you're doing well by the time you're watching this video. I am doing great. I would love to first take this opportunity to thank you so much for your overwhelming support on my previous video. That means a lot to me, and like I promise you guys, it's only getting better and bigger. So please guys, stay tuned. If you're new here on this video, please feel at home, subscribe, and let's connect. So guys, as you can see already from the description box, we are going to talk about something interesting, and I am already excited. This is a very highly requested video, and so I decided to make it up to you guys. Yeah, so we'll go straight to the point without any further delay. We'll start on today's topic. So why online dating? Why would I prefer online dating? There are many reasons as to why I prefer going down that road, and which I will mention, and I will also explain on a few points. And before I start on the first point, I would first like to tell you, disclaimer, I am not a professional dating coach. I am just talking to you based on my experience, based on what I feel it's the right route to take while you're on dating sites. I mean, just giving you a few tips here and there, you know, for someone who is out there searching for love. You know, one point, you can take one line, you can take two lines that will help you throughout, and you never know, it can go a long way. So we'll start to one of my obvious reasons as to why I will prefer and I preferred online dating. My first point would be the time. You know, I feel like most people are so busy, you know, trying to make ends meet. Some people are busy out there working full time. Some are very much engaged in their businesses that requires almost full attention. So you don't basically have time to go out there and mingle. My second point will be conveniencing. You know, like, you no longer have to go out, you no longer have to leave home to go meet people. As long as you have your gadget, such as your computer and your mobile phone, you know, you just have to sign up for an account and you're good to go. Yeah, and you get to meet the people of your interest. Another thing, I also feel like it's a bit easier to cut off people that you feel you're not connecting to easily and faster, because as compared to the real dating, because you just have to, you know, block those people. Or if you go the diplomatic way, or you are very disciplined and very courteous, you can maybe tell someone, it was nice meeting you, but I feel like it's no longer working. So I mean, we can end it at that point. Yeah. Also, let's talk about boundaries. Let's talk about boundaries also. I feel like there are no boundaries on the internet. You know, there are no boundaries at all. You are free to talk to whoever you want to talk to. You are free to communicate with anyone. There is also like less judgments to no judgment at all, because all of you know the reason why you are there in the dating site. Basically, you have the same goal as to why you're all there. So there's really not, if there's judgment, maybe very less, but I think they shouldn't be anyone judging you in there, because you're anyway there for the same thing. Yeah. And so I also like I also find it nice, because this is another point on the boundaries. Like, we tend to break these stereotypes. You know, there's this stereotype, especially in Africa, whereby only a man is allowed to approach a woman. I find it so wrong. I mean, things have changed and we should break this stereotype. Ladies, if you're in a dating site, let me advise you, and you see something nice there, pick it. Girl, pick it. If you see something that is appealing to your eyes, you know, slide into that DM and say hello. I mean, who is going to jail you for that? For speaking out your truth? Who is going to kill you? No one. Just say hello. You never know how it could end. And the next point will be freedom. I mean, it's so hard and almost next to impossible to approach strangers in person. You know how it goes. So I feel like the site makes it easier to deal with this kind of embarrassments and this kind of awkwardness. And also to add on that, like we tend to be, you know, we are human beings and we tend to be more confident on our appearances through our devices or through our gadgets. And partially, you know, this is because like we all have the ability to charm each other before we get to meet. I will give you a scenario of that. This is my experience. So when I used to do real dating before, whenever I meet a guy, I'll be so judgmental, like based on the guy's looks, you know, what are you dressed in, you know, how do you smell, like, you know, how is your full physique, you know. I feel like that was so unfair. I remember one instance whereby there's this guy who came. We were supposed to meet, and so I got into the meeting venue earlier than him, and we were supposed to meet in the afternoon at 2 o'clock. But then at 2 o'clock the guy was still not there, and I was a bit concerned. I was like, maybe I'm being catfished or something. So later on, like let's say 15 minutes later, the guy came. Like he was actually running from the way he was breathing. He was running, you know, and then he started explaining himself to me that, oh, sorry, you know, there was a bit of traffic. I ran late. There was a bit of traffic, so I had to like get out of my means of transport and, you know, like run to come to you on time. And those who are in Nairobi understand sometimes the traffic could get messier. And so he was trying to make a first impression that I keep time. Unfortunately, he didn't, but he tried his best since he came running. And I was convinced that, okay, he really tried. So the worst part was the guy had a very strong, you know, there's some people who when they sweat they have a very strong smell as compared to other people. People are different. So the guy had this very strong smell, and like I could not stand it. You know, he was trying to like give me his lines, you know, his best lines, trying to tell me how important I am. That is why he had to like come that fast, blah blah blah. But then instead of like trying to listen to what the guy was saying or trying to have a meaningful conversation, like I just stopped at that smell and I was not concentrating on any other thing other than that. You know, it was so bad. It got too bad that I had to like fake an emergency call, and so I had to leave the guy. I left, disappeared from him. I never called him back. In fact, I blocked him. So now that I'm a grown-up lady, I understand that was wrong, really wrong, and I understand that you're not supposed to judge. You should let people in first, let them know where they're coming from. First of all, like listen to them. You know, in this case, we tend to lose great people that might have been coming our way. You know, we tend to push the best people away. And let me tell you, ladies, you know that song, Nakweli, looks are deceiving. Like, for real, looks are deceiving. Like, don't be deceived by these looks. My dear friend, you will cry like I cried some time back. Story for another day. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived by these designer wares, designer fragrances, and like, don't be deceived at all. It comes with it comes up with something. It comes with a price. Yeah, that's the word. It comes up with a price. Yeah. So that was my story. That was my scenario. So just like to just let you know that I mean, just take your time, get to know someone, listen to them, give them a chance. Like, I have met so many rich people, and I took out some notes from them. I made some conclusions, sorry. And my conclusions are, let me tell you, most of these like rich men or rich people, they are the simplest guys you'll ever meet. Very simple. From their dressing, from their dress code to everything, they are very simple. I remember, like, years back, I used to work somewhere, and I used to work for a certain boss. Now this boss of mine, like, he used to be very simple. He would come to the office, dressed up simply, like just some oversized shirt and some oversized like trouser, and don't touch. The trouser will be don't touch. It's oversized at the same time. It's like, don't touch, my ankle. And I used to ask myself, like, why with all this money? Because the guy had jewels, like, he had money. It's not like he was poor or he didn't have the cash to spend. He had a lot. His business was really like successful. But then I came to notice, like, people are different. There are some people who are very like functional being, like they prioritize. They are functional people. They have very important priorities in their life, and they tend to focus on those priorities, and other people's priorities are not your priorities. So, like, don't judge people based on their priorities. Take your time to listen to them. So the next thing we're going to talk about is how to go about it on a dating site. So I figured out that I should give you like a few tips that will help you around. Let yourself aware that not all that glitters is gold. Not everything, not everyone you see in that dating site is a good person. Not all that handsome faces or beautiful faces are good. People are different. People are evil. People are very sick out here. So you have to watch yourself out. We have so many dating sites. We have, like, I'll just name a few. We have like Afro Introduction, Badoo. We have Interracial, Dating Central. We also have Christian dating site. For my Christian brothers and sisters, there's something for you. There is something for anybody. So yeah, you have to just sign up for an account. Some of these dating sites have an app. You can download an app. It makes it easier for you. For those that cannot be able to download an app, you can always just use your computer and sign up for an account. When you're signing up for an account, please, like, this is very, very important. Do not put your real name out there. Do not sign up using your real name. Use a fake name or a made-up name, like some fancy name, funny name and stuff. No one is going to come after you. In fact, 95% of the names in dating sites are not the correct names for these people. Like, basically everyone puts out there a fake name for these reasons, for security reasons. You don't want to give room for a stranger to go out there and start stalking you. Like, things do happen. things really do happen and you never know, so you ought to be very, 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 very careful. The second thing we will talk about is your information. When you're giving information on the site, for example, your date of birth, that one I highly urge you to give the correct details. You don't have to give the correct like details of the month that you are born, but you give the details of the year. The year is very important because by the end of your profile description and all of these things, your age will be put out there so that someone can be able to tell, whoever is checking your profile is able to know that, okay, this one matches my age bracket preference, that one doesn't. So it makes it easier for you to to not attract people who are not supposed to be attracted by you. It makes it easier for either of you, you know. For example, there are some ladies who don't like old men, so they will not go for those old men. You'll be able to see a profile that says he's 60, then you're like, no, that's too old for me. So it saves you a lot from being attracted or attracting like the wrong people. The wrong people meaning the people who doesn't match your criteria, your relationship criteria. Yeah, so for the age, it has to be accurate unless otherwise. For the name, when you start chatting with that person and getting to know them, then you can give them your name. Like you can tell them one of your names if you want to. It's up to you, but again, I will say just like you need to be careful. Yeah, I think one name is enough. You don't have to say the second name unless you get to know these people like very well, you have met and something good is going on. You just have to say one name, like, I'm Maureen, nice to meet you. Here when you're texting, of course, you'll probably you'll give like the correct name. Number 2 is description of your profile. Remember, you want to sell yourself out there. You are looking for a great relationship. And when I say a great relationship, or you're looking for love, genuine love, when I mean genuine love, when I say genuine love, what I mean is you want to put yourself out there and tell someone that, hey, I am so and so and this is me. You're letting someone into your world, and basically you want to let the right people into your world. So what you write out there is what will determine whom you'll be attracted to or who will get attracted to you. So please write everything. If you have kids, it's best that you write there. I mean, I would prefer that. Like, you don't have to do that. You could do that maybe when you get to, someone gets to like inbox you and chat you and say like, hey, I like your profile, you're beautiful, you're nice, blah blah blah, getting to know each other, then you can mention these things. But you know, it's boring because these are things that someone will not tell you. You end up chatting with someone for like 2 months without asking each other about family and blah blah blah. And then by the time you're mentioning that you have kids, this person blocks you. You have wasted your 2 months communicating to this person. So let someone knows that you have 2 precious beings and you value them, that you are valuable. So if this person wants to accept you in their lives, they should know that you are coming with 2 other precious things with you. You are not leaving them for anything. You understand, I hope. Yeah, so you tell them the truth. Be honest on your profile description. Be realistic and hit it to the point. Do not even like hide anything about who you are. Also put some nice things, you know, about yourself. Tell you know, people like who you really are in person, you know, your personality. You can put it out there, because by the end of the day, somebody who matches your personality will come knocking your door, or you will go knocking their door. So please, please, please do not leave anything important on that. In some dating site, they split it into 2 on the profile description. One part will be you describing yourself, and the other part is you describing the kind of person that you want to be with. So in this case, if it's split into two, you do that. You describe yourself and you describe what you're looking for. If not, you put it all together in one umbrella. You describe yourself, and down there you go ahead and describe the kind of person that you want to be with. So describe the person you want to be with. Let yourself out, express yourself. You have been into probably previous relationship that didn't end well. They disappointed you. You got frustrated in between because of certain characteristics, and you don't want the same thing to repeat. You don't want history to repeat itself. So it's important that you outline clearly, highlight them, highlight the things that you are looking for your future husband, you never know, and for your next relationship, the things that you want. Probably you're looking for a God-fearing man, you're looking for a hardworking man, you're looking for a non-judgmental man, you're looking for this kind of personality in a man. Like, make sure you state them clearly. That will also help you to avoid a lot of mediocres that might want to come onto your world. Yeah. Our next part is, and by the way, like talking about description, you can also finish up by stating that if you feel, once you read my profile and you don't meet any of these criteria, please do not inbox me, or please pass. Just be polite and say even please pass. Yeah. The next thing will be photos. Uploading your photo. When you're uploading your photo, my dear ladies or my dear gentlemen, this idea of uploading photos that has 1,000 filters, please, it needs to stop. When you're on a dating site, it needs to stop. It really needs to stop. If you're black, you remember, the darker the berry, the sweeter. Put it out there. Be proud of yourself. Like when you start doing these filters and putting out there, and this is like a dating site, for other things you can do, for fashion magazines, for your own like personal photos, you can always do all these filters. But that is like an office. You're there for a serious business. You're looking for a serious guy, and so you need to be serious with everything. So that photo that you're putting it there has to be real, a real you. If you're dark, like I said, put it. If you're light, let it be like that. Do not like put those filters at all. It doesn't work out well. Imagine a scenario whereby all your photos that you have shared there with that guy, they are all pure like filters. And to clarify that, once you're video calling with a person, let me tell you, I realize like sometimes these gadgets, they do not give a clear sometimes they don't give a clear, how do I say, complexion of you. Some phones are like, people are using different phones. There are some phones which have like, they portray you in a different color, some in a different color. So that's what I insist on. When you're taking a photo, try and go to a photo studio and tell them to get you a nice full photo. And this photo should not be filtered. Tell them to get a photo of you in real form. Okay? Yeah. You don't want a scenario whereby you're meeting someone for the first time. Someone comes miles and miles away to the airport to meet you, or miles and miles away to come and meet you, and then you guys are meeting for the first time. He's busy telling you, oh, I didn't know you were this dark. Oh my God, I thought you were a bit lighter and stuff. Those things hurt. They will get into you at some point. And like, it doesn't sound good when someone tells you that. It's all all about the first impression. When it starts like that, you know, it's going to create even some issues. You never know. Some people are even psycho. Even someone will remind you someday that, you even lied to me when you're having your small fights. Oh, you even lied to me, you're a liar. You even send me like fake photos, like filtered photos, you know, photos that don't look like you in real, and blah blah blah. The people will always, sometimes some guys are, some people are bad, they will always bring those kind of things up. So you don't want to be caught in that kind of situation. Yeah. And again, as I said, put your full photo there. Even if you have to put at least one passport photo, put a full photo, a photo that shows you your full physique completely, and it should be very clear photo, you know, like someone will be able to see, okay, there's some people who love slim ladies, bigger by size, you know, smaller by size. So like, let it make your work easier for whoever you're attracting. That is what a very important key factor. Yeah. So once you do that, also make sure that whoever you're talking to, you're able to see their photos. Always ask for photos. You know, men are different from ladies. I notice on this dating site, ladies, most of us ladies wants to like put our nice photos there, out there, but most men are a bit insecure about, you know, putting out photos. Some men are not into photos a lot. So if you find a man like that, and maybe you're able to see just their passport photo, please ask for a full photo. Let them send you a full photo. So guys, that's it for today. We still haven't finished on the topic, so please stay tuned for the next episode, which is part 2 on the next video. I appreciate your time. If you're new here, please feel free to subscribe and share the video and like. Also click the notification button, so whenever I get to upload a video, you get to be notified. If you have any comments, any additional information, please feel free to comment down below on the comment section. Until next time, cheers.